Hi everyone, here is the question involving the differentiation of a function involving trigonometry, exponential and log function. First, I have my question f(x) equals to log ex plus 1 over ex minus 1. If I have this question, first I will suggest that you can apply the laws of log, make it into this form, and you differentiate, get your f prime x. So just recall back, if we have a function y equals to a log gx, to get your dy dx, the formula is differentiating the gx, that is a g prime x, getting a g prime x over the gx. So now I'm going to apply this formula to differentiate the log function. Okay, so differentiate this function ex plus 1, you get ex, and divided by the function itself, you have your ex plus 1, minus the same thing, you apply the same formula to it. You differentiate the ex minus 1, you got ex, and divided by ex minus 1. Then after that, you can actually simplify them by equating denominator. You can equate denominator by multiplying each other. Then here I need to multiply this the first term, the numerator of the first term, by ex minus 1, and multiply the numerator of the second term by ex plus 1. So what we have now is ex power of 2. That means you can write this in the form of e2x, e power of 2x minus ex, minus e power of 2x, and minus ex. Okay, then you can see that the e power of 2x, e power of 2x cancel off each other. What you have is negative 2e power of x, and down here we still have ex plus 1 multiplied by ex minus 1. So for f(x) equals to log x cubed e power of negative 3x, again we rewrite our function in this form, log x cubed plus log e power of negative 3x by applying the laws of log, and the 3 you can just bring to the front, and you have a 3 log x. Alright, and the negative 3x you can bring to the front, multiply by positive 1, you get negative 3x log e. Log e is equivalent to 1. So finally, your function becomes like this. So after simplify, it seems like it's a very simple. Your function becomes so simple. And to get your f prime x, much more easier. To differentiate the 3 log x, the coefficient 3, just copy it down. And differentiate the log x, you have a 1 over x. Differentiate negative 3x, you get negative 3. Okay, then after that, you want to equating denominator by combining them, you can do so. Just multiply this by x and then over x. Then you can factor out the 3, you get a 1 over x, 1 minus x over x. For this question, we're going to apply the product rule because we have a multiplication of the exponential function and the log function. First, we let this become the u, which is e2x, and the v become your log 5x. Just write down your u as your e2x and try to differentiate the e power of 2x with respect to x, get your u prime, which you get your 2e2x. Alright, differentiate the power, you get the 2, and copy back itself, you get the e2x. And the v equals to log 5x, applying the formula to differentiate the log function, you get a 5 over 5x, and simplify, you get 1 over x. Alright, and after that, you can apply the product rule to differentiate to get your dy dx. Product rule is a uv prime plus a vu prime, which you copy down the u, multiply by v prime 1 over x, plus copy down the v, and get your u multiplied by u prime, which is your 2e power of 2x. Then you simplify. You will have your e2x over x plus 2e2x multiplied by log 5x. So for these two terms, you actually can factor out the log x, e power of. Alright, factor out the e power of 2x, both terms containing e power of 2x. So factor out the e power of 2x. First term, you have your 1 over x. Second term, you have a 2 log 5x. So this is the last question for this question 1. I have my log x on top. Let this become the u and the es become the v, and we are going to apply the quotient rule later. So just write down your u as your log x. U prime will be 1 over x. And your v will be 3 e power of x. V prime also will get back your ex. So dy dx will be equals to v u prime minus u v prime over v squared. Just write down your v, copy it down as ex, and u prime 1 over x. Minus u is your log x, and the v prime is ex. And the whole thing over v squared is your ex, meaning that ex squared means you can write down as a e power of 2x. Alright, then you can actually equating denominator on for the top function, which you have ex over x minus ex log x over 1 over e power of 2x. So to equate denominator for this top function, you need to multiply the second term by x over x. Then this will produce x as a denominator, and here you have your ex minus x ex log x, and down here you have a e power of 2x. So denominator you have a x e power of 2x. Then we can see that both terms on the numerator, both containing the ex, we can take out the ex, or we say factor out the ex. Factor out means divide, each term divided by ex. First term you have 1. Second term divided by ex, you have a negative x log x. And down here you have a x e power of 2x. You still can simplify by cancelling this ex and this cancel this ex with this e power of 2x. One of the e power of x already been cancelled off. Finally, you have your 1 minus x log x over x ex. So next video we'll continue on the question 2, 3, and 4. All the questions involve all the three functions: Trigo, exponential, and the log function. Thank you for watching.